Hi everyone, this is Letty 41 coming to you from my scrap room once again. And I am coming back to you today with a little project that I have been working on. And so let me go ahead and place my camera down and I'll be back to share that with you. Okay, so I'm back. Alright, this is the project that I've been working on, ladies and gents. And so it took me a little while to finish this because I was working on it, off and on. I'd be working on different things and then I'd come back and, work on this one. So what I've done is I just used some of the, the mini chipboard albums that you pick up at Michael's. And what I've done here is I went ahead and I adhere some using my Martha Stewart. No. I'm sorry. Cane Company paper. So this was using Cane Company paper. I don't remember which paper line it was, but I can put it down below. And so I've used that, and I used it throughout the book. And what I've done here is I went ahead and I adhered this tag so this one doesn't come off. And I went ahead and all I did was I used one of my stamps that has these like vines, and then I used my little butterfly here, which I embossed. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, and before I can place my stamp, my butterfly stamp here, I went ahead and I sprayed it with some of my Goosebumps. If you see that shine, I don't know if you can see the shine on the stamp. I mean on the tag itself right here. Okay, so anyhow, I let's see, what did I do first? I think that's what I did. Okay, so I did place my Goosebumps, and then after it dried up, I went in using my stamp that does this little stamp image here, and then after that I used my butterfly stamp and I embossed that on there, and then I just simply used some of my ribbon that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. Here, this one right here, really cute. Like well, it's not like, it's the okay, so it'll come to mind later, but this type. And then here I added this beautiful little dress form that I am having so much fun playing with as well. It's the sewing room dress form. And then I added a little mulberry flower here at the top that I picked up at what is it called, Discount Crafts one. And then I added some, let's see if you can see that, but I added some of the glossy accent on there to harden it up. And then I used some of my small little pro beads right here, and then here I added one of my little paper handmade paper gardenias that I make, the mini ones. And then here I used some of my lace that I picked up at Hobby Lobby a while ago, and I just adhere that on there, because you could see the dress form, behind. And then I added the little spool, and I added some of my twine that baker's twine that I have in my stash. And then down here I added these paper, the mulberry paper roses as well that I picked up at Discount Craft one. And then here I added another one of my home handmade paper gardenias. And then here I added the little button, and I just wrapped, knotted up the what are these called, the little like sprays or something that I've been using for my flowers. And down here I added some of the pearl drop trim that I picked up again at Hobby Lobby a while ago. And so that's what I've done. And then behind the dress form, I just simply went in there and I added some of my feathers that you can also pick up at Creative Soup for the Soul. So I've done that. And then up here, I used these it comes with some of these, but I think I ended up using the bigger ones because I didn't know how chunky I was gonna make it. So I think I used some of the large bind rings. And then I just added a bunch of my ribbon, you know, that I have in my stash. Organza. Here we go. So then when we flip it around, I simply just, again, went in there adding, oh, and then for the cover, I added some brads right here. Eyelids, I'm sorry. I added some eyelids here at the, you know, to cover the holes. And then here I just simply went in there using some of my little punches, little flower punch that I use for my little like cherry blossoms or whatever. I just cut some cardstock and just cover the holes. And then here I just added again, making this pocket, and I made a couple of tags for that. And you know, they're double-sided from the same paper line. And I went in there and I added again one of my handmade paper gardenias and some of that iridescent pearl trim. Okay, and then the next page, I went in there and I added again, I used my, I think this is grunge paper, and I used my liquid pearls to kind of like, you know, I brushed some of that liquid pearls on this here, and then I added a little, one of those little mini paper gardenias that I make, and then I added two of my tags, medium-sized tags, using some more of my fibers here at the top, and of course it's double-sided. And this one I use some of my the Adirondack the alcohol inks. Why do I keep saying Adirondack? Are they Adirondack? Let me see. I don't know why. I guess they are, huh? Yeah, they are. Okay. So I just brushed, you know, added a, you know, mixed a bunch of colors together, and then I added some of that Adirondack, what is it called? Alcohol blending solution to kind of mix the colors, and then I just went upward on it. So those are the two tags that I added there. And then here at the bottom, well, actually on the page itself, I added little flourishes right here. I don't know if you can see that. Using my liquid pearls, and then down at the bottom, I just made some little dots right here. And let's see. Okay, and then the next page. Sorry. Sometimes we have to fight with these bugs, but anyway, the next page. Here I added this. You know, I kind of made the pocket a little high, and I added this big tag here. Okay, and I did the same technique that I did in the front, and you know, by using the goosebumps, and then I stamped it with this stamp image, and then I used my my butterfly in there again, but this time I just used some ink. I didn't emboss that on there. And then here I just bent, you know, I just fold the corners, and I adhere those down using glossy accent, and then I just added a little bit of the liquid pearls just to make little pearl dots. And then here I made a little bow, and I added one of my my little beautiful white birds that I picked up at Michael's. And then down here I just, you know, went in there adding some of my distress, what is it called, distress stickles, and then some more of the liquid dots, you know, using my liquid pearls. And then again, you know, using that little punch to do those little flowers. And let's see. And then the next page, I couldn't resist, so I had to go in there using my my bird cage. And what I've done is I just added this one right here, and it kind of just holds with this flower down at the bottom, and it just goes there. But I went in there adding used my Tim Holtz die, and then I made it look like it's hanging off of that, you know, that bracket there. And let's see. And then let's see. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry. And so I just went in there and I added this bracket, I added my bird cage, and then I added a brad right here, little like a, I don't know what kind of flower this is. Beautiful, cute little flower. And then I just went in there with my ink pad, and I used this olive something, and I just kind of like, you know, smeared it on there. And I added some liquid pearl, flatback pearls that you can also pick up at Creative Soup for the Soul. But I cut each individually little pearl and to add to each little, you know, hole that it makes, like a punch on the birdcage. And then I use my, let's see, these are some of my, yeah, I think these are some of my mulberry paper roses that I picked up at Discount Craft one. And then here I added one of my, I think I mentioned that I added one of my mini handmade paper gardenias. And then I went in there again with my liquid pearls, adding some liquid pearl dots. And then I just made a little eye for my little birdie there. And the cage itself, I use my crackle paint, Distress Crackle Paint by Tim Holtz, so, or Ranger. So that's what I've done there. And then, let's see, is it the flip? Yeah. So then I flip it to the other side. And here on this side, I, again, I went in there, and this time what I've done is I added this pocket here, I believe. Hang on a second. I don't remember what I've done here. It's been such a while that, you know, it's I don't remember what I've done. I believe this was some kind of pocket. Anyhow, so yeah, this was a paper bag. Sorry, this was a paper bag. It's an Avon paper bag. That's why it looks so thick. I can't remember what I've done to it. As you can see, it's been a while since I started this mini. So it was a paper bag, and I used the flip part, you know, the bottom part that folds to make a pocket, and then this is the main pocket of the bag. So then I just went in there and added a couple of my little tags, you know, these two right here. And then I added these flourishes here that I don't remember where I got from. Probably from the same embellishment, you know, die cuts. And then again, one of my little handmade paper gardenias. And then I added some little liquid pearls here in each little corner. Maybe you can see them. And then here I added this one, this mat. And I added a little bling here at the top. And it's double-sided. And then I also have a little bit bigger one here. There's a little bigger one. And hang on a second. Back up here. And again, using my my organza trim or ribbon, and I just distressed the edges on these two. Okay, so I've done that, and then again went in there using these little flowers just to cover the punches that it, you know, that it makes. Didn't want to leave them blank. Okay, so then the other side, here what I've done is see, because I use eyelids on all my pages. The back part of it stays, you know, exposed. It's bare, so it shows, you know, where the eyelid bends. And so I went ahead and I covered them with those little flowers. So then here I added one of my handmade paper gardenias, and I just used my ink pad, the distress ink pads, and I just used my blending tool, and I just distressed the edges. And then here, you know, a picture can be placed here, or some journaling up here. See if you can see that. Some journaling and some photo. And then and then we flip the next one, and again we have space for more photos, and more photos. And then it just, you see that? It just opens up all the way. And in here I added one of those, a piece of that transparency sheets that I have, and then I added another tag in there, well, you know, a mat for another photo. So This one you'll actually, and then I just punched the edges like the tickets, but I didn't punch really big. So let's see, what else did I do to this one? And I'm not putting this in there right. Okay, so that's pretty much what I did. And then before I adhere the transparency sheets here, these are overhead transparency sheets. I added some little flourishes and some leaves right here. This is with my green stickles, and then these are just like little flourishes with my liquid pearls. So then I'm going to flip the page, and I come over here to this side, and again I'm going to show you how I've been covering the punches. And here on this one I added you know, a multiple mats for photos, and these are double-sided, of course. And then I added a couple of my well, mulberry paper gardenias that again I picked up at you know, Discount Crafts. And then here at the bottom I added one of my the handmade again paper gardenias that I make, and then this one as well. And then I added some of my trim that I can't remember. Oh yeah, Hobby Lobby. I picked up this one at Hobby Lobby, and then I just adhered some of my flatback pearls. And then here I added a little bit of bling, and then some more of the dotted pearl dots using my liquid pearls. And that's pretty much all I did to this page here. And these will not be going anywhere because it'll be supported by these little flowers. And then the next page is this one. This is the last page, and right before we get to the back of the book, the mini album, this is the last page that I made, and this one was using again one of my handmade paper gardenias, and then I added 3 of my mulberry paper roses that I picked up again at Discount Crafts 1. And this one I added some Velcro. Oh, and then I added some of my my little I think this like maybe a, I don't know what size it is, but it's very small pearl trims that I have here. And then I have some Velcro here, and then it opens like this, just like a book. And then this one was using some envelopes, and so these are envelope pockets. That's what these are. And this one here, I added some of these. I just, you know, cut or punched the corners to give it this little little decoration here, or punch. And when you pull this one, you get a mat, double-sided. Okay, you get a double-sided mat here. And then all I did was I adhered those, I did the same technique that I did on my Deck the Halls version of, on my Christmas mini. And I used the technique that Laura followed the paper trail when she did the Deck the Halls, I'm sorry, Deck the Halls mini album. And so, and then I just distressed the edges. And then, you know, here I have the next page here, you know, and hang on one second, let me show you something. Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit because this was supposed to be the first page. And this one here, you know, it has the, again, the, and I didn't put any tabs, and I should have, but I just didn't go back and add those. But I will probably add some little bling or flowers here. But see, so this is the first page, and it's actually an envelope, as I mentioned. And here's the first mat, and it opens like that. And then this one opens like this, and they all repeat the same thing. Opens like this, and then it opens like this, and then here's my signature at the bottom. Okay, so my battery is running low, so hopefully I'll catch enough before it cuts me off. So and then the back, I simply went in there and I added 2 of my little envelopes, and these are coin envelopes, or no, these are little bags, mini bags that I picked up at Michael's a while ago. And then I added a couple of my Wild Orchid Craft little flowers. I'm going to speed this up. And 2 of the envelopes that I covered up, or little bags. And then I added some little bling because it's a tag, or, you know, paper mat. And then this one as well. Okay. And then down at the bottom,